This is Lady Myya. Hello, you guys. We are back with another podcast. All right, thank you so much for joining us. I have company, you guys, once again. All right, so Miss Kimberly Franklin, she has a book, and she's going to be so awesome with telling you what this book is, because I really need to hear what she got to say, and I know you do too. So, my Mayan tribe, please welcome Miss Kimberly Franklin. Hello, beloved.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Definitely. Okay, so basically, if you could just please tell my Mayan tribe the name of your book.
Yes, ma'am. Well, my name is Kimberly Franklin, and the name of my book is Don't Take It Personal, Sis, Essays of an Introvert. The book is a lot about me. I decided not to quite make it a memoir, so I just did a book of essays because I actually just compiled a lot of things that I have written over time, and just looking at it, reading it, I decided this could actually help somebody. So that's why I put it in a book of essays.
Well, you know what? We all need a little help, don't we? Okay, so definitely. Okay, so why did you write this book?
Okay, well, I've always enjoyed writing. Always have. And actually, I tell a story. I tell stories in basically every chapter of the book. But in the introduction, I tell the story of how I always kept, I guess you could call it a diary, but I just prefer to call it a journal. And I have two sisters. My sisters got a hold to my diary and was reading it and laughing at the stuff I was writing. It was kind of like something you'll see on TV with a sibling rivalry. The siblings just going back and forth. I run to her and she throw the diary to her. So it was like, give me back my diary. So they just opened session on me, laughing. I was just humiliated. So I guess you could say from that point on, I was like, I'm not doing it again. I'm never writing down my personal thoughts for somebody to find it and read it and laugh at me. So for the longest, if I had to get something out through a vent session, I would just write it and tear it up when I'm done and get rid of it. And so I used to do that in writing and just kind of reading over something that I had written down. I was thinking to myself, this could actually help somebody. It could actually help. So that's what I did. I just started compiling it together and adding to it to compile this book of essays. Now, as far as the title, Don't Take It Personal, Sis, that's just something that I always have to tell myself that I've been guilty of a lot, taking things personally. And just in studying, I love to read, and I'm also studying to get my bachelor's in psychology. I recognize that many times people project things onto you. And a lot of times the things that you go through at the hands of other people it's not your fault. It's because of them. It's whatever they have going on at that time. So that's where the title came from.
Oh wow, but you know what? It in the time that we are in, I think people are taking things a little too personal.
That part, yes.
Definitely. Okay, so if you can just give us a little background, what are you doing with your life, dear heart?
Well, at this point in time, I'm working as a medical billing specialist. I deal with medical billing denials, coding, things of that nature. Like I said, I'm also studying to get my bachelor's degree in psychology, which is something that I love. Being an introvert all of my life, ever since I was a child, I was always very quiet, and observative. So I watch people, the things they do, the things they say, and just always wanted a better understanding of it. And in actuality, I never felt like anybody ever understanding me. So I guess that's like a love language I've read, just to try to understand other people, to help them as much as you can, So yeah, that's how this book came along. And also I realized that A lot of the things we go through, even things that may be considered suffering, is kind of brought on by ourselves from taking things personally and our mindsets. So I'm actually working on another book that'll be more centered around, getting your mind right, because that's where it all starts.
How about that? No, I hear you. I think this is a great perspective. And giving people the question, like, why are we taking it personal? And I really appreciate that. So definitely. Okay, so what do you want your readers to take away from this book?
That's a great question. Overall, and I touch on that in the introduction in the book as well, because I've been through so much. Like I said, every chapter in this book has a story of my life that I had to overcome. So my thing is, after reading the book, if it touches you in any way, if it prompts the question, if it makes you question yourself, why am I taking this personal? If it helps you to realize that people project and everything that happened to you is not necessarily your fault. If it prompts you to begin a healing journey, because that's where I'm at in my life, that actually gave me the courage and the confidence to write the book. So if anything prompts you to begin to heal or helps you grow in any shape, form, or fashion, my job is done. But that is what I'm hoping will be taken away from the book. And I've actually had reviews, and people telling me it brought them to tears at times. It's kind of like a roller coaster, kind of up and down in each chapter, because I've been through a few things,
Okay. Is there maybe a excerpt or maybe a specific part of the book that you think you can share with us?
Sure, I have it right here in front of me. This is actually the cover of the book. Yeah, so let's see. Would you like if I just read the introduction of the book? Or?
You can.
Okay. I'll read the preface. It's pretty short and straight to the point. And it kind of gives, my intentions of writing the book. It says, although I'm still a work in progress, it is my prayer that my experiences resonate with you in a personal way that encourages you to overcome the trials and obstacles of life. It is my wish that whoever reads my story gets a spark to continue continue a journey of self-love and healing, which is what inspired me to write it after being on a journey of my own. Many of the things you will read have not been told to many, but I decided to let some of the pain I've experienced over the years have a purpose. And if after reading this you take anything from it that helps you begin to heal, if anything resonates enough to take some weight off because you realize you're not alone, if anything empowers or promotes your growth in your life in any way, shape, form, or fashion, my purpose has been fulfilled. So that's my intent behind the book.
That's a good intention. That really is. Okay, so if you could say anything to my Mayan tribe, dear, the floor is yours.
Okay, man, where do I start? It's a very short book, but I compile a lot in it because, like I said, there's a story in every chapter. It starts off me being molested as a child, sexually molested as a child, and taking that personal, kind of just holding on to it, feeling like damaged, unworthy, until I got to a point I got older and I began to read and study and just become introspective, question myself as to, why I was this way or why I was that way. It took a toll on me. So that was one thing. I was actually in a car accident. That was pretty bad. I have scars like all on the right side of my body. I had to learn to walk again. So I've been through a few things. And at the very end of the chapter, the last chapter is bitter or better. If you ask me, that's the ultimate question. Every single chapter in this book, I went through something and I had a choice. I was going to either allow it to make me bitter or make me better. And I chose better. That's the message I wanted to share with people and let them know you have that option too. It's ultimately up to you. I don't care what you've been through. I don't care who did you what. It's ultimately up to you.
That is very true. Oh, wow. I love that because, the lesson is that, choices, the choices we have that we don't really understand or recognize, that we can change, how we respond to a lot of the things that do happen to us, and whether, that is reverting back to self or not. So I love the fact that you didn't.
And that's another thing, the purpose of the book, the purpose of me studying psychology. Eventually I would like to get into counseling, because I see a lot. Like I said, I'm an introvert. I don't talk a whole lot. I observe people. I observe their behaviors. And I see too many people walking around miserable when they have a choice not to be. It pains me. So that's a big part of my why I do what I do.
Exactly. I love it. Like, yes, ma'am. All right. I'm sorry.
I say you always have a choice, and it's like some people just don't realize that they feel stuck. And I've been there.
Yes, ma'am. No, I hear you. I'm with you 100%. Yes, I am. Okay.
That's the good news. You always have a choice.
Yes, you do. So, can you please tell Myya Tribe how they can get a hold of your book, beloved?
Yes, ma'am. The book, Don't Take It Personal, Sis, Essays of an Introvert, is available on Amazon. You can kind of just follow me to keep up with me and see what I'm doing. I'm on all social media platforms. I'm Author K. Franklin on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And you can also visit me online on my website at kfranklinonline.com. Because on top of the book, Don't Take It Personal, Sis, I also have 30-day gratitude journals. A lot that helped me kind of get my mind right is just focusing on gratitude. Even in tough times. I know it's easier said than done, but it works. Because it's hard to stay in a bad place if you giving thanks for, what you already do have, the things that you have accomplished. So I have 30-day gratitude journals for men and women on the website also.
Oh, that's good. That'll work. Yes, thank you. Yes. All right, beloved. Okay, I appreciate you giving us all the information, you guys. Please make sure you follow her. She's an amazing individual. I mean, she's an introvert for sure. Okay, we was talking, and I was just like, I'm going to get these answers. You get it. This is it. You get it. And that's it. But I love it. I love it at the same time. That's cool.
Thank you.
So, you guys, if you know what time it is time to wrap it up. If there's anything else you would like the Myya Tribe to know, Kimberly, floor is yours, dear.
That's basically it in a nutshell. I'm all about growth and healing. Yeah. That's it. And just let you know, you always have a choice, no matter how bad it may seem. It's up to you, ultimately.
Same. Okay, so thank you so much. I appreciate you really being or living your best life.
I appreciate you for having me.
Definitely. Thank you guys for joining us. This is Living Your Best Life with LadyMyya. I hope that you are always living your best life in everything that you do and you set your hands to do. So it's about that time. If you would like to be on Living Your Best Life with LadyMyya, or you would like to be on my radio show, which is your free will, you can always hit me up at admin@ladymyya.com. And that is Myya spelled Myya. And you know why, you guys? Because your homegirl is special. I'll be talking to you guys later.